So far, audiences have chosen not to accept Mission Impossible 3, and Poseidon took a bath at the box office, but should we give up on the summer of 2006? It's a good question. Well, our panel of movie experts have the answers in The Loop. All right, before the break, we asked you, which summer movie are you most psyched about? Well, according to our text message counting scientists at the G4 Laboratories, you guys favored Snakes on a Plane at 45%, and the Da Vinci Code took last place with only 2%. That's sad, very sad. Well, joining us via satellite to pick what's going to be hot at the box office this summer, it's our panel of movie experts. We've got Ann Donahue, news editor for Premiere Magazine, Nick Nunziata, the man behind Chud.com, and Film Threats, Christopher Gore. Look at that. Look at that look, ladies. He's available. All right, welcome, everybody. So far, the movies this summer has been kind of a mixed bag. MI3, Poseidon, and now we got the Da Vinci Code only getting 2% in our poll. And I want to start things off with you, if that's all right. Da Vinci, the kids are talking. The word on the street is it's getting booed at Cannes. The critics universally are panning this thing. Is that going to reflect at the box office? Is this movie in trouble?
I got to tell you, I saw it last night, and it's a good movie. It's by no means a great movie. It is very faithful to the book, and 40 million people read that book. It's going to do fine at the box office.
So what's going wrong with these reviewers? Why are they missing the point? Why are they missing the mark?
Well, you got to say, a lot of the reviewers didn't like the book either, and it's getting slammed for the same things. It's talky. The pacing is wrong. Tom Hanks's hair, well, maybe they weren't talking about that in the book, but in the movie, you have to kind of forgive all that and just run with the story. It is pretty hideous, right?
They could have fixed that do in post,
Absolutely.
And they chose not to.
Right.
All right, we'll let him slide. Mr. Nunziata, you, sir, yes or no on this one? Simple question. Are you still excited? Are you still hopeful for this summer's films?
For the summer's films, I'm indifferent.
Indifferent?
You know, I'm indifferent. It's like there's nothing really that has a true
Nick,
bite.
I'm stopping you right there. I
different.
said yes or no. You failed this test. We're moving on to the next question then, sir.
Failure.
What are you most excited for then? If you're indifferent, there's got to be at least one movie, at least one film that still gets a little twinkle in the eye.
So now should I say yes or no?
No. Now you should give me your movie pick for the summer.
Miami Vice is my surprise pick.
Miami Vice? Really?
Miami Vice, man. Yeah, definitely.
Is this an ironic pick, or are you actually looking forward to that? I thought the new Bacardi and Cola ads had this covered.
No, Michael Mann. That's all you need to say. Michael Mann is a fine cut of filet mignon compared to the rest of the guys making movies this summer.
All right, well, I'll let you enjoy that side of beef. We're going to move on to another hunk of meat. Chris Gore, you, sir, your favorite pick for the summer?
Really, the sleeper hit this summer is going to be Nacho Libre with Jack Black. You know, we saw him in King Kong, miscast in that. He's in prime form in this as a Mexican wrestler priest. And the great thing also, Nacho Libre translates loosely into free nachos. I really want to see a movie called Free Nachos. So, and also Jared Hess of Napoleon Dynamite directed this. It's going to be a sleeper hit. The kids are going to eat it up, and parents will dig it too.
All right, I'm sure a slew of T-shirt sales will follow very shortly after the movie as well. Excited to see that. Ann, what about you? We haven't heard your favorite pick for the summer?
I got to say, it's going to be Pirates of the Caribbean 2. You have Johnny Depp, you have Keira Knightley, you have Orlando Bloom. The whole team is back in action, and this time they have more money, more effects, and more fun, I think.
I think it's a very wise choice, a very safe choice as well. Plus pirates, you forgot to mention that.
Well,
it has pirates.
How can you go wrong with pirates?
Yar, totally. All right, the big story now, this summer, of course, X-Men 3 versus, Nick? Superman. I mean, come on. Bryan Singer, he left X-Men to go direct Superman here. Now, Chris, you saw the film. Should we be worried at all? Are we going to be missing Singer?
Yeah, I think audiences are definitely going to miss Singer. I mean, certainly the tone is retained, but Brett Ratner is a journeyman as a director at best. And I would describe it as, look, it's not a bad film. It's also not a great film. I would describe it as the return of the Jedi of X-Men movies. So audiences are going to leave, yeah, that was decent, but it's definitely a slight disappointment based on how great the first two films were. And also, this isn't a character-driven movie. It's all action. But missing the characters, really, it just seems to fall short.
Well, Chris, tell me this at least. Are we going to see a Sentinel in the film, or do we just get two fog lights on a lamppost?
You know what? It's pretty much the fog lights and the scene you saw. That's pretty much it. So,
all right.
Again,
all right, I want to talk to you now, Nick, because I know you're not the biggest Singer fan in the world, but are you confident at all that we'll at least get a halfway decent Superman film out of this?
I'm not optimistic. Singer hasn't made a bad movie yet, per se, but I don't think he's a visionary like a lot of the other directors that are like Raimi or Peter Jackson, where they're giving these big franchises to. I don't see Superman being as be-all, end-all as everybody says. And, we'll see. The advanced word is not so hot.
Chris Gore has a look on his face like you just snuck up and kicked him in the beanbag.
Yeah.
Gore, what's going on?
I've heard completely different. I've spoken to two people who've seen a 2-hour and 51-minute cut of the movie, which should come in at 2:15, 2:25. It's absolutely amazing. There's a scene with Superman trying to stop a plane from crashing that's just one of the biggest scenes in the film. Amazing. Additionally, it's really character-driven. You begin to really get insight into Superman as a character, the weight of the world on his shoulders. And Singer is great when it comes to character. This is what's lacking in almost all the summer movies. That's the disappointment, is all action, no substance.
Nick, is he crazy?
Singer delivers.
Is he crazy? Quickly.
I've heard that Spacey and Kate Bosworth are going to disappoint you. That's a huge factor to that movie.
That's true. There's nothing Singer can do to help those two. And I want to give you the final thought here, because let's say disaster scenario, all hell breaks loose, Superman sucks, X-Men's a complete waste of time and popcorn. Are the geeks in trouble? Is there still a movie that they can really get behind this summer?
Oh, absolutely. You got Clerks 2 coming out the middle of July. When you get Kevin Smith, and this time it's Kevin Smith being released unrated. So you can just imagine what kind of chaos that's going to cause. It's going to be a great movie.
All right, we'll keep our eyes out for it. Actually, all right, real quick, Nick, give us one pick for the geeks this summer, very quickly.
Highbrow geeks go after A Scanner Darkly, the Philip K. Dick adaptation by Richard Linklater.
All right, Chris Gore, your thoughts, sir?
Real quick, Clerks 2 is actually going to go out R-rated on 3,000 screens. It's going to be great. Just some inside information I have, but the thing that I'm really looking forward to.
That's not what Kevin Smith told me when I interviewed him.
This is new information I have this week.
Oh, snap! Easy, Chris. Easy. Put the claws away. Give me one movie.
My pick is Snakes on a Plane. Easy.
Right.
I mean, the poll proved it. Snakes. Give me snakes.
Our polls prove nothing, but thank you very much, Chris. I do love it. Everybody, thank you very much for joining us. Nick, Chris, and Ann, thank you for keeping us in the loop, everyone.